and Nolan Smith. Bounce pass over to
will match up with Shire. Hayward on Thomas to start. Beasley on Singler. Howard on Zubek. And Shelvin Mack defending Smith.
That's Shire.
Oh, there are those quick hands that Coach Krzyzewski was concerned about with this team.
But Nolan Smith. Red on Nolan Smith at the other end.
Well, I think the matchups to start the game could certainly change throughout the game, Jim, because all of the Butler defenders are quite versatile.
They feed it back to Howard again.
But already you saw there he has a foot speed advantage on Zubek.
Shelvin Mack again on Nolan Smith, who has really emerged in this NCAA tournament.
Has he ever? 19 points a game in the tournament. And 45% three-point shooting for Nolan Smith.
Zubek and Hayward defending. Big size advantage shot up. Here's Hayward touching it for the first time. Gives it up to Mack. Snaps it over to Norred. This is a three.
Jim, and got an early opportunity look at the three. I think they've got to make sure they do that as many chances as they get.
Thomas left open. Zubek tap. They're able to feed it again inside to Howard. Left-handed hook.
They've got to knock down these good shots they've been getting.
Smith goes right around Howard. But tonight, it's going to be because of that defense. Mike Krzyzewski, you heard him saying that on the pregame. That's what they're concerned about. Mack on the drive. Zubek.
Yes, Jim, 0 for 4 from the floor for Butler, and all 4 shots have been high-quality looks.
Thomas in the paint. Back out to Smith. Driving on Mack. Floater. No. Pulled anything on Thursday night, but he's fine now.
Not only is he fine, he is fearless and excellent off the dribble for the three-point shot.
Down the squirts out to Norred up ahead. Beasley. And that is shot
behind.
Howard comes out to set a pick. Mack thought about it. Hayward, their top scorer. And now here's Howard. Able to squeeze in between them again. A close one. Miles Plumlee looking for a little help.
One of the things Butler does really well is pressure the ball, but all 5 guys work well together as a unit. They'll switch some crosses. They'll help each other out and rotate. 3-second call. Hand half hook. But the fact that he's been able to get his shot relatively easily has to bode well for him the rest of this ball game.
And he hasn't picked up a foul. He's actually already played longer in the first half of this one than he did each of the last 2 games when he picked up 2 quick ones.
Excellent point, Jim.
Hayward's first shot of the night, back of the rim.
By Mason Plumlee. He moved his feet and challenged the shot. Forced Hayward into a tough look.
And Shire
knows how to use that height at 6'5" very effectively to get into the lane.
There's Howard open. Line by Howard. That's Singler. Top of the key 3. Howard boxing out. Sean Van Zandt on the floor for the Bulldogs, and there's another he's made in the NCAA tournament.
You cannot allow him to walk into his dribble behind that three-point line because he'll lull you to sleep and knock down that three. He's done it.
Takes it away from Mason Plumlee. Still on the drive.
9 Mack on that layup attempt.
Zach Hahn on the floor for the first time for the Bulldogs, number 3. Three-point shooter he is.
They've gone to Singler on Mack to give him a little more size.
For 24. Manning up right now on Zubek. Down low, Singler.
Or vice versa.
Now Butler has had a couple of threes from Mack, but they're 0 for 7 from 2. And they've had good looks.
Well, the key for Butler, even though they've not shot it well, Jim, is to maintain contact. To keep this game within 2 or 3 possessions. Because their defense is good enough to give them a chance to stymie Duke.
Beasley. Hayward follows it up.
At the rim.
To the corner. Smith. Zubek got away from Jukes. Jukes behind him. Commits the foul.
Well, Jim, since he started, those 16 games, he's averaged 7 points and 10 rebounds a game.
This is Hahn of 11. Shire with the feed.
For getting into the lane, Jim, and keeping his head up so he can see what's available to him.
That's Norrad.
But as he showed you there, he can take advantage of a driving lane if it's available.
Singler says, you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it.
They've made 4 of the last 6.
Norrad again. Not. Andre Dawkins defending on Van Zandt, in for the first time.
Shire matched up with Gordon Hayward.
Mack. Howard had it. Singler from the wing. Coming. They have not really been able to get Hayward too much into the flow at this end of the floor as Van Zandt.
Keep an eye on Van Zandt. He's matched up with Shire. He's an excellent on-ball defender, much like Ronald Norrad. Look how low he gets into his stance.
Singler.
Hayward, you mentioned Hayward has not taken much, has not gotten into the offense yet. He got the tip in, but he's not going to force it.
Beasley back out to Mack. Mack challenging Singler and blocked by Zubac. Mack, second chance. The offensive foul on Shire goes as a turnover in the books. That's Smith. Rolls off the rim, bouncing high.
And tease for Butler, the free throw game and the turnover game. That's how they often can compensate for being out rebounded when that happens.
Hayward in trouble underneath. From here at the pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly, but his heart said he wanted to be in basketball. Amazing journey to get him
And
not only the head coaching, but then take his team to the Final Four and championship.
And college basketball is thankful that he chose to step into a coaching role, because he's going to be a star, already is, and I think he's got a terrific future.
That's Beasley. No call. Gets it back. Only 2 on the shot clock. Singler.
Jim, allow a flow to be established, which these officials have. It's going to be physical, and some incidental contact is very much permissible.
Zubac, big height advantage over Hayward. Ties it at 20. Van Zandt out to Beasley. This is a 3. Hayward tips it.
And draw the foul.
2 on Shire, 5 on Duke.
Here goes Mack again, trying to get penetration.
Good look for Beasley.
That's a quality look off a little pseudo penetration. Butler still winning the three-point shooting game, though.
But there's one for...
Boy, both of these teams play with so much poise, Jim. You won't see Duke get rattled, nor will you see...
Shot clock. 5.5 to go in the first half. It's been tight throughout. Duke's largest lead earlier was 5. Mack in trouble. Or had won the tip, so naturally it would be Duke's the next time, but it had not been reset. So here is Thomas and Duke. Singler.
Great move.
Wow.
Impressive.
How about that? If you had a 9 or a 10 o'clock class, they were shuttled back to campus.
Well, the convenience of being so close to campus certainly makes that possible. And this guy has to get going. Good look. Nice tip by Jukes. But I think Hayward has to assert himself a little more without Norrad on the floor to run things offensively.
That's Juke improvising all the way to the hole. That broke a 4-minute, 13-second stretch without a hoop for the Bulldogs.
It's a very important basket. We showed Norrad sitting out with the 2 fouls.
Watch this shot. Dawkins, the freshman. Got a beautiful final, but not that one. Now Hayward taking on Singler.
Beautiful control, went to the spin move, and then the soft finish. Beautifully done.
That's Singler.
No question about it.
Brad Stevens. Jukes.
He can shoot it.
For the lead. Smith right back. The lead.
Boy, it is fun to watch these guys go at it.
Butler playing without a starting point guard and center. as Norad and Howard remain on the bench with the 2 fouls. As Mack goes past Thomas, who has 2 fouls. There's another chance. Jukes. Beasley in the right spot. Underneath. Zubac and
Butler +3.
We've had 2 ties and 9 lead changes in this first half. Shire. He banks it home.
From the floor.
8 points for Shire.
Shire backing off Van Zandt, although Van Zandt can shoot the 3. You don't want to back off this guy, Shelvin Mack. He'll pull it on you.
Right over Nolan Smith. Hayward came bouncing in. Man, there's a call. The NCAA president who passed away last October, man who influenced thousands of lives.
He sure did.
Made a big difference.
Very much missed, but his presence still felt. A terrific leader and advocate for student athletes.
Hahn, good pass. Oh, Jukes misses the dunk. Got the follow-up, though.
He's made a 3 and 2 putbacks. Well, 2 in close shots, I should say. Got rim jammed on that first one, but persistence pays.
Nice shot.
Who's not available, whether it's injury or fouls, they feel like everybody on this roster can do his job effectively when called upon.
That's the way. Beasley lost it. Shire had it. Smith waiting on the wing. In spots, and Smith was wide open, waiting for it.
Well said, Jim. You're exactly right. 8-second differential, so Butler can't take the last shot.
How about a 3 by Jukes? Oh, the seconds. Well, it's going to be a reach-in call on Butler.
Look to be aggressive and hunting his shot a little more. Norred back on the floor as well, playing with 2 fouls. Without fouling.
Picked up by Mack.
Well, you got to throw it into Howard being defended by Lance Thomas.
Oh, that'll send.
He was a little bit under the radar as far as recruiting for basketball goes, because he wasn't on the AAU circuit one summer.
That is Singler. Tournament game. They've trailed in the second half. One on the win, though. Norad with enough aggression, picked off by Duke. Another 3. Singler snatches it away from the Bulldogs. Now Shire loads it up quickly.
Behind Howard there.
Beasley, senior.
Boy, Howard really battling with Zubac inside. He's got to be careful and be smart. Zubac is not really a threat to look to score with his back to the basket. So just play solid defense and don't get hung up on trying to be ultra physical with it.
2 seconds shot clock. Smith over Hayward. And that's about
that first half. And they're on pace to take over 70 shots in this game, but they've got to hit a better percentage than they do.
Oh, there's the. And he and Zubac both battling, both with 2 fouls. Away from the ball. Singler. Oh! Zubac, hold on. Thomas says, hey.
Out on the high-low as he looked inside to Zubac, and that freed him up for the jumper.
Norway, 38.
Boy, with Matt Howard not out there to be a post presence, that lane is wide open for Butler. I think Mack, Hayward, and Norred have to really be aggressive in looking to drive against Duke's defense. Boy, look at Jukes fighting the bigger Zubac inside.
Thomas, not this time. It's Zubac with another offensive rebound. Sets up Shire. Thomas on the floor. He traveled. Mack drives in.
The ability of Norred, Mack, and even Hayward, all of those guys are excellent drivers.
Mack's first field goal since 9.5 minutes. We're on the clock in the first half. Shire to Smith. Thomas. Every pass challenged. Smith. Wow, if he's able to get it tonight. John Shire was at that game when Duke won it in 01 up in Minneapolis. He was there as a guest of Michael Wright on the Arizona team, cheering for the Wildcats, cheering against Duke. Little did he know he'd end up playing there one day, in fact, playing for a championship for him.
Ironic. They'll spread it out and try to let Nolan go to work on his own.
He better hurry up.
Reach big body to help on the glass.
Lobs it. Plumlee got it away in time, and it's tipped.
Hook, didn't he? From about 12 feet that hit the rim.
Then Shire, after he inbounds it, goes right to the hoop for the follow-up. Gives Duke the lead. Howard working on Plumlee, puts it up. Tipped up, no.
In the lane because he can shoot the three, and as a result, the Butler perimeter players have been able to drive to the basket effectively.
Shire over Van Zandt. No. Wanting to run the floor, no one to help out. Takes it all the way, swatted away Singler.
Great help by Singler. That's the second time he's done that tonight, Jim.
Yep, pair of blocks. Beasley taking on Singler here, whips it to the corner. Norad all second
state. He's simply a winner, in the words of his coaches and teammates. He finds a way to get winning things done, even when they're out of character for him.
And that's...
They don't have many other big bodies.
Got Andrew Smith, the freshman.
Yeah, he's the only guy that's actually...
Singler step back. Started a number of games this year for the Oregon Ducks.
Well, Jim, Duke's starting to assert itself on the offensive glass this half. They've taken 12 shots to Butler's 7 here in the second half. There's Jukes, he can shoot it down. The ball fake gets him in the lane, and Zubek
has been played within a 4-point range. A lead of 2, either side make it now 4.
Miscommunication that time. A couple of people went to the perimeter, and that left Zubek all alone at the rim.
2 big baskets on inbounds underneath. 1 with a second on the shot clock.
And in a tight game like this, Jim, where both teams doing a good job taking care of the ball, those are the kind of plays that can turn it for you.
That's a charge, no basket.
Gordon Hayward, he wasn't there. Tough break going against Butler that time.
First on Hayward. And erases a basket.
Gordon Hayward trying to deal with Zubek inside now. Jukes has the 3 fouls. He's kind of playing off Lance Thomas.
From the free throw line, back to the rim. That's Jukes. Hayward, want to drive in again.
Got fouled that time. Well, he should be. A guy who's played high school tennis at the highest level, getting a call from Roddick.
It's Thomas. Over Jukes.
Nicely.
Points category. The glue, what they call him. Here's Hayward again. He thinks
attacking the basketball on a missed shot.
Hayward 6 of 6 at the line.
Singler can get his shot over Van Zandt anytime he wants it.
Smith takes the shot. It's Norad underneath with Plumlee. And this time, again, they beat him on the...
It's not running a play, that's making a play. Recognizing what's there, and then using your instincts to complete it.
Norad
got to the rim comfortably.
Ball tapped.
Hasn't been able to do much with it because he was giving up about a foot. But you know, in a tight game like this, Jim, it comes down to free throws, turnovers, and sometimes out-of-bounds plays that you score on.
Shire side was 6 by Duke. Mack cuts it down to 2.
And boy, Butler's had tremendous success driving the ball this half.
Smith lost it on the drive. Loose ball, able to pull away. Every single possession.
Butler will be in the bonus.
Mack. Beasley goes right past Zubek, who snaps it back outside. Back to the corner. Beasley with the 3.
The ball is exactly what Butler needs to do to create good shot opportunities.
Over the top. Hayward.
Driving.
Here he goes.
We anticipated it might be. Hard fought, close, possession by possession.
Everything and more.
Yep.
That's Shire. Count. This is the biggest lead of the second half for Duke. 5-point advantage. Sheldon Mack is not back out there. To Howard. Thomas reaches in. Picks up.
It lets you see that you can achieve at a high level between these lines and take care of your business in the classroom too.
Shire. That's Norad who got a hand on it, but it comes back out to Smith. Going to switch off.
Just to help and recover there. An extended help by Juke.
That's going to be Norad with the puck. Mack coming in. Blocked.
And he just kept pursuing Shelvin Mack and got him from behind.
Thomas, ball came out. Clock.
They've had a size advantage on those baskets they've been able to get other than Shire's tip in.
6 on the shot clock. Howard better be careful. Smith gets past him. Hayward. Norad takes it into the paint. Put it up too strong.
Boy, terrific. Got to soften up that shot on the move, and he wasn't able to do it there.
Last 2 trips, they've been in close and failed to convert.
You start to see Duke maybe wearing down Butler just a touch, Jim. 14-7 on the glass here in this second half.
Shire, and that's Zubac.
Make it 15-7 now.
Oh, he threw it into the backcourt.
Yep, starting to wear him down with the size, Jim. The last few drives, Butler has not been able to get a good shot off at the rim. They're going to have to knock down a perimeter shot or two to maintain contact so Duke can't crack this open.
This crowd is rising to its feet. 70,000 strong. Singler, who's been a big star tonight. Ahead to Hayward. Thomas comes in, and the
question about it.
Been a great dance.
And now it's about which team is going to dance best over these next 450.
Singler.
He's been dancing all night.
Yes, he
and
has.
Making
off the knee of Norad, or did it touch a Duke player? Well, they're going to say it didn't touch Norad last. Hayward pulls up, puts up the high arching shot.
You see the domination of Duke on the glass here in the second half. That's part of the recipe for success. They wear teams down with that size in the paint area.
Almost stripped.
Boy, Norad is so good at getting his hands on the ball because he stays low and he's active with his hands.
Shire, pull-up shot. Tapped out into the hands of Singler.
Zubac taking advantage of that extra size he has. He can be blocked out, but he's so much bigger than the guy boxing him out that he's able to reach in and get the tap back. Another possession for Duke, and they will not be in a hurry. Both teams over the limit, so you run your best sets. And you probably try to play through Kyle Singler. He's been fantastic all night. 8 offensive rebounds this half for Duke.
5 on the shot clock. Smith splits the defenders, puts up the float. 6 minutes, 20 seconds without a field goal.
Well, they need to make a jumper or two, I think, to have a chance. And the ball for the Bulldogs as they inbound now. Good piece of work by our officiating crew. They've been, I think, excellent all night.
Smith not been living at the line in the second half, but has not made a basket. Field goal.
Mack is a big shot maker and taker if he gets daylight. He doesn't need much room.
Howard. Mack, one baseline, floater, slides off the rim into. Singler coming around, driving in.
Has to make a perimeter shot, Jim, or some type of field goal.
They missed their last 6.
Yeah, they can't get it done all the way if they don't make a bucket.
That was a block by Shire. Hayward behind the back, gives it up to Howard, and it bounces in.
He's been the man all night for Duke. Singler.
Smith in the paint, lays it up. No! Dogs taken off. To the wing for the tie. Mack back of the rim. Howard comes crashing in. Keeps it for Butler.
That's the shot Mack loves. He loves that pull-up 3. You don't need it now, though. It doesn't have to be a 3 now. Just get a good shot.
That's a good shot right there.
Coach Krzyzewski has coached the Olympic team. So let's see how quickly they try to operate. Not looking for 2 for 1, that's obvious.
Singler open shot, short. Oh, and Howard was thrown down, no call. Is off. Norad. To Mack. Hayward hasn't touched it. 15 seconds. Mack. Zubac deflects it.
Be involved in maybe screening and catching the pass.
Well, there it is, out to Hayward. Singler defending. 10 seconds to go. He wants to drive behind the back. On the baseline. Fadeaway shot. Off the rim. Hayward pulling it down. Getting around. Zubac at midcourt. Launches the shot.